Hi class. Today we'll be talking about an overview of the process of photosynthesis and where it takes place in plants, specifically the location and the organelle, and a little bit about how photosynthesis gets started. So to help us get started, you need to be in page 9 in your Unit 4 packet. During photosynthesis, plants transform, and by that word I mean convert, the energy from sunlight into chemical energy, which is stored in the bonds of carbohydrates. Be sure you're writing this information in red in your notes on page 9. The process of photosynthesis produces high energy carbohydrates. That's sugars and starches. The word photosynthesis comes from the Greek words photo, which means light, and synthesis, which means to knit or put together. Photosynthesis uses the energy of sunlight to convert water and carbon dioxide, and these are the reactants, into high energy sugars and oxygen. Those would be the products of the photosynthesis equation. So it's written here for you and in your notes. What I want you to do is think about how you would put this photosynthesis equation into written words. And that's what you need to do in your notes. Write out the equation in word form. So you'd start out by saying, in the presence of sunlight, and then read it across left to right and put it into word form. Pause the video, see if you can do this, and then come back. All right, here we go. You should have said something like this. In the presence of sunlight, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide react with 6 molecules of water to produce, and you do need light present for that to happen, to produce 1 molecule of glucose and 6 molecules of oxygen. How did you do? All right, let's move on then. Where does photosynthesis happen in autotrophs? It happens in these organelles that you all know about now called chloroplasts. Chloroplasts are a biological equivalent of a solar power plant. The job of a chloroplast is to capture energy from the sunlight and convert it into a chemical energy during the process of photosynthesis. The anatomy of a chloroplast is that it's a double-membraned organelle, and it contains these light-absorbing molecules called pigments. Any kind of pigment can absorb light. There's a special one that's found in the chloroplast, and it's called chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is the pigment that actually makes leaves green, because chlorophyll is green in color. If you turn to page 10, I want you to work on this POCL, What's in a Leaf Model 1, and then come back to the video and we'll continue. All right, so I'm going to go over the answers to Model 1 now. Please continue with this video if you've completed Model 1. Here you have a picture of a leaf and information on all of the reactants and products for photosynthesis. Question 1 says, list 3 things entering the leaf. So hopefully you said liquid water, sunlight, which is the form of energy, and carbon dioxide. Which substance is both entering and leaving the leaf? Oops, cancel that. Here we go. Number 2, list 3 substances leaving the leaf. We have water in gas form, sugars, and oxygen. Question 3, which substance is both entering and leaving the leaf? And that would be water. Question 4, veins are important structures that carry materials through the leaf. Label the central vein in the leaf diagram. So that was that larger vein that runs up the center of the leaf. Using the general equation for photosynthesis, answer these questions. What are the reactants? The reactants for photosynthesis are carbon dioxide and water. How does the leaf get those reactants. Carbon dioxide, you can tell from the diagram, comes into the leaf from the underside part of the leaf. Water enters from the roots of the leaf, comes up through the tubules called xylems, and then enters the leaf down that central vein. What are the products of photosynthesis? Sugars and oxygen. From where do these products leave the leaf? The sugars leave the leaf down the central vein to be stored somewhere in the plant, and oxygen gas leaves the leaf out the bottom through the stomata. Okay, please work on POGO Model 2 on page 11. When you finish those questions, that would be question 7 through 9. Come back and check with the video here. All right, if you finish questions 7 through 9, we're going to move on. For question 7, locate and circle the chloroplast in the diagram. Hopefully you found the word chloroplast and noticed where the chloroplasts are located. In other words, are they at the top of the leaf, in the middle of the leaf, or towards the bottom of the leaf? That's important. Question 8. Remembering the function of chloroplast, which part of the leaf is photosynthesis taking place? Okay, so we know that photosynthesis happens in the chloroplast. Therefore, photosynthesis must be happening in the top layer of the leaf, in the mesophyll layer. Number 9, the green color of chloroplast is due to that pigment, which we call chlorophyll, that absorbs light energy. Knowing this, infer which layer inside the leaf gives the leaf its green color. Again, looking up at the diagram and knowing that those chloroplasts contain chlorophyll, the pigment, you could say something like, the leaves get their green color from the chlorophyll in the chloroplast located in the top layer of the leaf. If you look at a leaf in a plant, you'll notice the top layer is always darker green than the underside. And that's because there are more chloroplasts towards the top of the leaf. Why? Think about where the sun comes from. Does it hit the plant from above, or does it hit the plant from down below? Hopefully you answered the first one, from above. All right, guys, so we are finished with the notes through page 11. And now you're going to go to Schoology and take an open notes quiz on this information. So make sure you've got it all complete because it is a timed quiz and it will be worth some points for you. Thanks for your attention today. See you later.